Authenticity is the foundation of growth, but it also matters for meaningful relationships and true success. We often feel the pressure to fit in, which makes being true to ourselves challenging. Everything from social media to career growth and friendships. We have to understand that if you're not authentic, your true self will eventually show up, especially under stress. And that's where that idea of, when you squeeze an orange juice comes out. Well, when you feel stress and pressure, what's going to come out of you? Because you can pretend to be something for a long period of time, but eventually your true self is going to come out, especially under stress and pressure. So pretending to lead a certain life or pretending to be a certain person ends up leading to burnout. The masks that you wear and the pretenses that you put out to try to let people know who you are, it wears on you over time. And acting to be a certain person can be difficult to maintain over the long period of time. Eventually, your true self is going to come out. And if it's contrary to what you're trying to put out there, people are going to be able to quickly see through that you're either an insecure person who's trying to put up a mask, you're a mean person who's trying to put up a mask, you're a selfish person who's trying to put up a mask. Eventually, that's going to come out. So, in the idea of personal development, career development, relationship development, why not just put all that aside, right? And so being true to yourself and letting everything else go allows you to be free and chase that success that you're looking for without the additional stress of trying to hide the trail, right? Like walking through snow and you're constantly worried about who's going to see the trail behind you. Being true to yourself and letting everything else go allows you to focus on what really matters. I mean, and think about if you really have to focus on hiding who you are, do you really want to be in that space anyway? The effort that you're putting forth into trying to hide who you are, why not just be true to yourself and then allow everything to be what it is? And then you'll eventually going to find the space that you belong. Why try that hard? Because it's the stress and pressure leading to burnout. And then people, even if your intentions are good, people are still going to find out, well, this isn't who you are. So there's going to be distrust with you anyway, right? And then you're going to look like the bad person in this, even though your intentions might be good. It's going to be even worse if your intentions are not good. And then people find out who you really are. So do you really want to be in that space? Do you really want to be around those people? Being authentic allows you to create stronger connections and opportunities because you can be who you are. People learn who you are. That's all they have to focus on. And then your efforts go towards what you wanted to accomplish in the beginning, right? So being true to yourself is really just coming down to, sorry, I'm too close to the oven. Staying true to yourself, right? Do you know what you're trying to accomplish, or are you just going through trying to find out how you fit in? Because rather than trying to find out how you fit in, which could end up being contrary to who you are anyway, rather than trying to figure out how you fit in, is figure out who you are, what you stand for, morals, values, principles, what you want to accomplish, your goals and your aspirations, and then find where you fit in appropriately, rather than you trying to fit into something. Figure out who you are, what you stand for, what you want to attain, what goals you want to accomplish, who you are, what you stand for, and you will eventually find your people, or your people will find you. And don't worry about the idea of being lonely or not finding your people, because really then what's the alternative? That you're going to find people that don't belong to you, or you're going to have to be somebody else in order to fit in with those people, I'd rather be alone, at least for a short period of time, until I can work on myself, become who I want to be, and start, or actually try to work towards that. And then eventually I'm going to find my place and be less stressed about fitting in, and be more concerned with eventually finding the place that I belong. And so that idea of authenticity is going to help get you there. So stay true to yourself. Don't worry about the other people, because if the other people don't like you, they weren't meant for you anyway. You don't want to try so hard to pretend. You want to focus on who you are, and then your efforts are going to be better suited to actually accomplishing the things, and focusing on the behaviors that represent who you are, rather than trying to exhibit behaviors of who you think you should be. So focus on that authenticity first.